Welcome back to TIAA Bank Field on the shores of the St. Johns River in Jacksonville, Florida. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He gets it complete to Harris. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. His pass complete to Ruckert. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he will have a Steelers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And again, it's Rodgers. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Najee Harris. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On play action, it's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Brady. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch of...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got to tie a ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. A give up the middle to Lindsey. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. Brought down at the 20.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jerick McKinnon, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck.
There he goes, right side. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Ryan. His throw incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They run once more with McKinnon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the backfield standing. Second and goal is McKinnon. Ryan now off the bootleg. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
3 tight ends up front here. Third and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They're going with Lindsey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Phillip Lindsey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Hill. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll go with Hill here on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
first down now, run with McKinnon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here again is McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They go draw play to McKinnon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jerick McKinnon, 44 yards. And the Jags get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Matt Ryan now breaks the huddle. His guys will go for 2. To throw for it is Ryan. That's caught. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Biggest play under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Phillip Lindsay ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. To throw here, Dalton. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. And Dalton to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 39. Off the draw, here's Hill. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football. Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And Dalton hands to Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kylan Hill ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Here's Dalton to throw for. And the Steelers get a bit closer. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsay. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Steelers on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Dalton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. First and 10 for Dalton. Catch is made by Harry. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. So Dalton now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Dalton now to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Connection made to Rucker. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll go again with Lindsey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll give up the middle to Lindsey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Lindsey up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Off play action. Newton on the move to his left. Open man, this is Lewis. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Now Newton on first down. Buying time to his left. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And some room to roam now. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
McLaughlin for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. He's got it to Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing, Dalton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining. Quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Dalton, 1st and 10. It's Williams on the catch. Working with 2nd and 5 now. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Throw, and it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now this one was... as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Catch is made by Harry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Dalton's throw here into the hands of Harry. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This will be Dalton again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover.
And this is going to be intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
You have grades for each position. Browse available players to improve your team. The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Jaguars and the Falcons, and it's all up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a preseason matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Jackson, 57 yards. And the Falcons need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 25. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On 2nd and goal, Brady. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Here's Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle.